Hello, hello. Welcome back to Emerald Lake. It's me, Raven. Do-do-do-do-do. Goodbye, rain. Hi! Okay, so I was trying to fix the stream elements. The weird thing that happened is we have our roll command, and that's the roll the d20 and get the 15 for the thumbs up thing, but I put in a new one, and I don't know, I tried to fix just like changing the thing so that d20 did my new d20 thing and not the roll, but I couldn't find that, so we just turned off roll. You cannot do the roll command anymore. I don't know how to fix it. But anyway, the point is that I wanted you to see, because you have gifted a sub, we are going to roll a d20 and we will see which of the thingies that you have earned. Ah! Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for gifting, Yar. Hello, Mask. Hello, Fett. Hello, Yar. And I'm going to go ahead and roll. That's a 10. What was it, 10? Oh, no. I have to do an exercise. So, but this is a very good example. I'm gonna have to go do jumping jacks real quick. But now, if there are subs or bits or the new redeem, I will roll the d20 just like that. And there you go. Otherwise, I'll explain just before my jumping jacks. We're gonna be just working on the cranes. I have the rest of this 100 in this packet right here. We have about 40 in here, and then there's 8 full bags that I have already completed. So we are just gonna work on these, and then I have further crane papers prepared as well, all this size also to make things easy for me. There are a couple of redeems that are open right now, but everything else to try and get me to focus is off. So we have the 4, 5, 6, 7. You choose any redeem roll. So if we roll a 4, 5, 6, or 7, then you can pick one of those redeems that is currently off, and I will reread and everything. By Jove, 840. Yeah, 840. I will be keeping track of the cranes and the gifted mask. And at the bottom, where are you? Boop. The subs and bits. So I already have your subs right there. Noted, Yard. Thank you very much. I also found it very funny. You're like, hey, here's a gift sub mask. And then when the ads rolled, you're like, oh, I'm stuck in ads. And I'm like, you could add that for yourself. You could add it for yourself. It's just silly. It's cute. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna just go do some jumping jacks. Rude. Also, I have the frogs up just cause I had redeemed from the honk last night, but I didn't remember that I forgot all of my tech stuff a little bit. I set it all up ages before, and then no. So I'm gonna fix it up. Is this being weird? I think that was a little bit weird. I didn't realize that got a little bit off. Okay. Jump jack. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Watch as the model goes extra wonky here for a minute, and I have to take off the headphones because they will keep me attached to the microphone, and that's no good. And 8, 9, 10. not think I do not think I am wearing the right bra for this because that kind of ow. Real ones will understand. That kind of is out. Scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot. But thank you very much, Yar. And we're gonna get started on more crates. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Yeah, I've got all the colors set. I'm doing my classic thing of I prepared a paper and now I'm gonna do 2 of one side and 2 of the other. Okay, it begins. Don't mind me just having a little panic at the beginning of end. Further plans for the Origami Crane Marathon I am doing. I am expecting to end the whole shebang with one last burning ceremony, like I usually start off a thing. We're not at a disco. No, we're not at a disco. Although I could change the lighting bit to make it a little bit more party theme. We're gonna do one last burning ceremony at the end. And if we get a bunch of gifts, I don't think that will happen. If we were to get a bunch of stuffs, I'll give you guys extra goodies, because that's how everything goes. If you give me more stuffs, I gotta give something back. But we are on a mission to finish up. Yep, one last. To finish up the crane. And that is my most focus. Most focus. No! Oh, yar. I got this feeling I'd have to be doing this. I made an announcement last night and I added it in the chat. So I highly recommend going and reading that. I will probably be able to reread in a bit, but I will maybe wait for more viewers to pop in, and that'll be closer to end of stream if I'm right with timing. Yeah. But we'll do one more burning. We'll finish off cranes. And yeah, I think it'll be a good send off. Okay. Craney crane. And of course the burning, we're not gonna burn any cranes. We're not gonna burn any Frau, Niesel guys. We're not gonna burn the sumos. Oh, and we're gonna do one more sumo tournament also on the last. So the last one of these, the last leg of the marathon, when we're down to like 10 more cranes or something, we'll do the sumo, and it'll be the biggest gamba of them all. You can bet all of your channel points because you won't be using them. And it'll be great. Hi, Goldie Games. We'll get lots done. I highly recommend, if you are not in the Discord channel, to check out the update. Yeah. Okay. I probably should have planned better for this particular leg of this. Yeah, it has been a while. Oh boy, the sad year, yeah. I'm laughing because I feel the same way, but I have cranes to make, and I am focused. It is going well, Goldie, but we have made an announcement recently, just last night at the end of our D&D stream. Please go check out the VOD while it's still up. I have not decided to put it on YouTube. Maybe I should do that. But I have not put it up there. At the very end, of the game. Yeah, there was an announcement. But we're gonna finish off all our cranes. We've only got about 150 to go. Cause I know it says 840, but there is another little pile different. It is in the VOD. It's at the end, or if you have the Discord, it's in the announcements. There as a summary, it's just a little less nice. I was very nice about it. I did a whole thing. I did a whole thing for the game, but we went late, and so I was like, "Oh yeah, people are gonna be here for the announcement. Oh no." But the game went very well. I loved it. I loved our D&D session. It was so fun. Our amazing, amazing players were so silly. It was great. Yeah. If you like our goofy energy that I usually bring, you like Cage streams or Abigail streams or Vi streams, those folks were in there for at least a little while because Vi was more of a feature and had to leave eventually. But she did stay longer than originally planned, and that was very sweet of her. And so you can go watch us be goofy goobers with D&D. It was silly. It was fun. We catfished a bird. Or rather, they catfished a bird and I let them. I let them catfish. It was stupid. Poor birdie. I was just thinking about things I should chat about because origami streams, I always end up being like, what talk about? And one of those, one of those beautiful things to chat about is some of the nonsense. I am so grateful that Abigail joined us, and that came about so randomly. I mean, I promised the second D&D stream in my donathon, and Abigail was so great, was our biggest donation, and came in and was like, "Ah, here you go," and it pushed us over the line for the D&D stream. Brain, you know, checkpoint thing. Anyway, and so I was like, "Hey, you did that. How about you be a player?" And I'm so glad we did because that was so fun. It was so great to have the worm there, and who knew what, like, it was fun making sheets for some people who didn't have the time or hadn't played D&D before, and so I was like, oh, okay, I'll make your character sheet and everything. But it was also super fun to hear the people that already had like the real clear image of their character beforehand. And even when I made people stuff, like for Turt, I made Turt sheet, but then he came in with with a beautiful description. I want people to watch the VOD just because it was so silly and fun. So if you want to see that, I recommend it. But the way there were moments of very clear little images in people's heads, it made me so happy. I was so glad. And I am very glad I did the Boone and Bane thing. We didn't have a ton of them, but I think if we had more than we had, it would have made it less fun. I think we actually had a really perfect amount of Banes and Boons, which were like ways that I could re-roll or make something worse for them, and ways they could re-roll and make something easier for them. And you used all but two of your boons, so that was good. You guys got your stuff done. It was nice. Oh, it was very cool. I loved that we did that, and everybody had a good energy. It was great. I don't know. You tell Mask. You was one of them. Mask was one of the players. Did awesome fun. Did shenanigans. Did the script of body because was good character. It was good. I'm so pleased. I was messaging someone last night and was like, "That was that was the best way that could have gone." It was. It was the best way that could have gone. I'm so glad. Oh, it was fun. Very descriptive. Very good. But yay. Oh, I'm so pleased. I do live. Oh boy. We're gonna be saying this so many times. Oh no. Thank you so much, Tetra. I'm gonna add a little check to our no, this one. To our subs tally. We have 2. Woohoo! Raving Frog, Raving Money Frog. Let's drop some money frogs. We know the traditions. Boop. But this means that I'm gonna roll a d20 real quick and get to the bottom of my dice. I should probably keep the d20 out, not in the bag. Actually, I should do that. Because we're doing a little a crane marathon. D4, always hiding, you little shit. Because we're getting all of our cranes done. Let's roll the d20 command so you can see what you could be rolling for. Tetra? Okay. You rolled a 13. Ah! Expression. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here. I actually have a little music box that it's gonna sit on so it doesn't roll away. So, expression, that is meaning I can make a bunch of different faces if you would like. I have... Oh, I don't have that one. Why do I not have that one on right now? Why no, it's fine. Okay. The spinny thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have the frogs are here. I can remove the frogs. And if we so choose, I could also turn into bread. The bread head is good. I have Angie. Spinny spiral, eyeballs. Oh, forget those guys. Tongue out. And... Hi. I think that is everybody. No, wait. Hard eyes. Scare. Cry. And star eyes. So you can tell me to be any of these expressions, and I should get rid of my bread head for right now. While you choose, it's up to you, Tetra. Stop, go away. Thing. Okay, the bread isn't leaving. There goes the bread. Whatever you would like to force me to have until somebody else changes it. You get to tell me what to do for that expressions, so that I am stuck permanently for a while. And yes, Dawn, hi. We have been away. Yes, that was an announcement from a while ago. But we are back for Crane Marathon send off. Yeah. With a little snail. A snaily think. Straight up crane in it. I mean, yeah. I almost entirely only crane. We have the D20 to interrupt things if there's bits, or if it's redeem. Hi, Gage! Or if it's subs that you do or gift to interrupt me. And a few redeems are still up, but most of them are off while I try to focus. Because we got 150 cranes to make. Trying to drop in on the way home, but signal and mobile Twitch or fighting. Ugh, mobile Twitch. Ugh. I was just talking about the D20, what D20 thing? Yeah, the D&D session last night. It was very fun. Cage was another player. Let's do hard eyes for a while. Hell yeah! I'm in love. Oh wait, I'm not in love yet. Now I am. I love you guys. And I can get real big and you can see it better if you would like. I am hard eye. I'll be real big. I'll be real big so you can see. Well, thank you, Adon. I hope that for you too. I'll be saying I'm doing very good right now. I'll say, but I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna be specific. I was not well for a minute. Things were not great, but then that is why I was away, and I am back, and that is good. But I am not back for long. We have made an announcement at the end of the D&D stream. If you have the Discord channel, you can pop into there and see in the announcements the update that I gave in there, because I know that we ran late, and I know that even the people that joined us last night, not everybody stuck around to be able to hear the announcement, because we ran in total, I think, an hour and a half late, because there was still the half hour of goodbyes and oh my gosh, that was fun kind of stuff. But yeah, about an hour and a half later than originally promised. So, oopsie. But we had fun. I said it then and I'll say it again. I didn't want you guys to miss out on some silliness. And my players said that they had time, and so we went for it. It was great. I'm so glad. Oh, it was a very fun time. It was a very fun. You can go watch the VOD. I don't know. Do you think I should put it up on YouTube? I definitely won't, like, I shouldn't get any like bonks for it because we didn't have music, but yeah, I don't know. Do you think I should? I should probably. I don't know. I have been busy for real. I want to get cozy, but there's so many things to do, places to go. I know. It's okay. I will be putting the cranes up on YouTube for sure. So this one will end up on YouTube. You will be able to catch it over there. Yeah, I should put the D&D session up on YouTube. Why am I not doing it? I don't know. I think cuz I like cussed more at the start. Handlebars. Okay. I am not a motorcycle or a man with a mustache. But thank you. Thank you. Yeah, okay. I should put it on YouTube. And these will definitely go, but that will be good. I will be jumping back in tomorrow as well with cranes. And that will keep going until I've finished all of the cranes. We'll do a one last burning ceremony, a one last sumo tournament with all the sumo teams we have. And people can bet all the rest of their ribbits, and that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it greatly. It'll be good, it'll be good. Okay, stop being mean. Why are you fighting me? Listen. That might need to be a neck or tail. It's already tail. This can be neck. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh boy! Well, enjoy your giving thanks for things and your peoples. Have so much fun. Thank you very, very much, Tetra. Why did I? Tetra. And I will be. Oh, okay, cool. I will be keeping my hard eyes for you up until somebody else changes that. So they have to either roll a new expression, or maybe if someone goes for the Fraug or Breadhead command, but I think I can't have Breadhead and Hard Eyes. I can do both. It's good. I think they should stack maybe. Hi, Vi! We were summarizing last night's stuffs. Yeah, I know. Well, now it's 8:44. Give me thanks for Tetra! You're too nice. Thank you. Oh, posture. Thank you, Winter Stick. I was just starting to shrimp because I was like, everybody, and curling up way down. I can be tall. I can be pretend tall. Ugh. Okay. Thank you very much. Make more crane. Brain. Oh yes. Okay. We're talking about how session was so fun, and I will have VOD up on YouTube. I should do it. I was wondering if I should, because I don't know, somewhere in my brain I was like, that's not normal Raven programming. It shouldn't be normal. And I don't know why I think that. But yeah. And I was saying that we will do another birding ceremony and sumo um, tournament. You want to see how I did? I can summarize and spoil for things, but I don't want to spoil too much. Maybe I'll ask one of my mods who is in here to summarize the ending. Because you popped out after. I don't want to spoil that. What you were popping in for people. Little Cage heart. Well, then I think that says we're going to need Cage to summarize. Stay frog and Raven. Well, I'm craning right now. But thank you. We. How much do I want to say without saying? We enjoyed your joining us a little extra. It was very, very nice. And then, they went back walking in the forest. They did not, they did not catfish another bird like they did at the start. That was just at the start. So that's fun. Oh, they met. This is worth saying. They met someone that we already knew. So we've done a previous sort of attempt at D&D. It was a watered down little visit to the lake where everybody started in the lake. Tetra joined us. And then they left and they managed to just get out of the cave system that is Emerald Lake to the rest of the forest when we ended. And they got all the way back to there. And indeed went into the caves eventually. They got to see Raven and Onyx, who I have teased, and who's going to be there for them, sticking around, protecting, whoever's there. I don't know, my brain is working. I had one foot in the bed towards the end, but it was fun. That is very fair. As much as we were like, oh, we gotta do this, it was late. It was late, and oh. We should have been nicer to Cage to let Cage sleep more. I hope you got lots of sleep, Cage. And the person we met was from the Frog origin story, if anybody remembers. That prince that was a shrubbery. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you should go try and find that VOD. But it's also summarized. I gave filler info for folks that didn't know while we were playing anyway. So it was great. Yay! Yeah! We talked to a couple of frogs, and it was lovely. Oh, thank you, Adon. I need to double check and make them look big. Yes, I'm like, that is a very cute kitten, right? But the eyes, for the way the art is when it's small, I'm like, I can't tell if it's going to have weird eyeballs or cute eyeballs. And they were definitely very cute eyeballs. I don't know why. I think because you can tell that there's just a little bit of white inside the, like, green and yellow that you're like, is it going to be, like, swirls or something? Or is it just the little dots? And it was the dots. Maybe this should have been tail. Oh, both sides of this crane don't want to be a tail. You will not be a two-headed crane. I am sorry, but no. No crane. It was a lovely time. They did great. We had such adventure. Oh, and Vi, I don't know if you heard this bit. I think you would have. But there was also the abomination in the tree that we met. And I will absolutely spoil this one because I was too excited for it and I had to make sure people got to see him. Does anybody remember Jack my Hedgehog? Our abomination that is a hedgehog man thing that is tiny and rides a rooster? That is exclusively referred to as his trusty cock. Yes. Go watch that VOD. Good luck finding that one. I don't know. I always list the stories in the descriptions, so you can find it by the descriptions. And it is named Jack my Hedgehog. So you can find it that way. It's just a little digging. But absolutely unhinged story. We love it. Ridiculous. Anyway, that little abomination is so close to my heart. So we had to pop him in. Hello, and so I decided to pop Jack my Hedgehog into the session, but a little bit before we did it, I found a Jack my Hedgehog doppelganger. And I was like, what? I sent message to my mods like, look at this. What? Huh? There's a twin? And basically what happened is I think it's Andrew Lang. He's the colorful fairy books author, the blue fairy book, the green fairy book, the red fairy book that we have read that has most of our fairy tales in them. And then there's also the Grimm's brothers. You know, they did theirs as well, where in both cases they've gone around collecting these oral histories that are the fairy tales, and it's a little less history and more just like stuff to scare your kids with, but they, it changes every time you tell it. And so there's little differences. Like with Cinderella, her slippers are sometimes different. Like I remember reading one version where the slippers are actually made of fur. And there's versions where there's an actual like fairy godmother. I think that's Perrault's telling. And then there's versions where it's just her tree that she cries on, and that's actually the tree on the grave of her mother that she watered and became magical because of her tears. Anyway, lots of versions. The Grimm's brothers have their version of Jack my Hedgehog, while Andrew Lang has his. And the Grimm's brothers is literally just copy paste Andrew Lang's, but Hans. They made it German. There's a little Hans my Hedgehog, and so that's who popped up. I did a terrible little German accent for this messed up little thing, and I made him a creep because he is, and it was lovely. So if you want to hear me make a very silly voice, you can go and enjoy that. But it was amazing. It was just a silly guy. Oh, and Vi, if you remember my old man voice that I have used, like when we did Emperor's New Groove script read, I pulled that back out. I won't tell you where. But with that, okay, we have a humming redeem. See, I said that there were still some redeems up. And you request Wellerman. People often don't request a song for the hums, and I always would love it. If you know that I have one that I hum and you're like, I don't want a random humming song, we can just do that. I just have to remind myself which one is Wellerman, because sometimes with the... Sorry, I heard a name. Yes, you. I was saying that the old man voice that I've used in the Emperor's New Groove script that we've done, and I've used it for other things. I know you know it. I did use in the end of the session as well. My creepy little old man voice. Lore drop of Raven. When I make that voice, I almost always close one eyeball. I don't know why. It just happens. I don't know why he's winky. Thank you, bye. Anyway, I think that's all that we'll summarize for game unless people ask. So, you have been updated. Thank you so much. Okay. Wellerman. I have to remember, the sea shanties melt together a bit in my head sometimes, so I have to make sure I have it in my head. Okay, yeah. Oh, I should put up the thingy. I have a thingy for this. I have forgotten. It has been so long. Do. Humming. There you go. See, I had this thing. not sitting with my breath very well. Ooh. I have done Oilerman. I think more sea shanties would be appropriate. How does this one start again? Ah! I'm just like jumping to chorus in my head. Yeah, good enough. I was like, I'm gonna yell back, but That's gonna be a hard transition from the humming. It's gotta be a whisper yell. Hello. I think I'm gonna do one more song, humming along, and then I'm gonna be more chatty. But I gotta pick. I think I'll go with a classic to get stuck in your head. It is not a sea shanty, but oh my gosh, my brain. It's not in my head. How dare I get rid of it though? Oh my no. Oh no. uh Yes, there was Lever Johnny before that. I'm sorry I'm not very recognizable with the sea shanties. I feel like you need a whole chorus and a good like thumping little beat to do some of those. It's just like you get lost. But also I am not as good at humming them. Just that's just me. It helps when have them better in your head. And I always am like, wait, which one? So I'm sorry. But well. Thank you for the shiny fingers. And I've been wearing rings in the ones before. Like the origami streams I did before I took a big break. Um, yeah, I like them. I also wore them last night for the D&D stream, but you didn't see my hands as much. We were rolling the D20, but that was pretty much just you didn't really see this hand as much. But I had my little box and we were rolling all the dice. Oh, it's a fun VOD. I'm so excited for people to catch up on. But it also had the sad announcement at the end. So, yes, I am back. And I'm glad you are glad. But it is unfortunately just for the Crane Marathon of streams. And then that's it. Please check out the Discord or go watch that VOD for a more specific announcement. We're in the pub, we do stomp the ground where I want to say singing, but it was rather screaming. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have the hit the table, stomp your feet, and it's just that's what makes the sea shanty go. And also so many of them are call and response that you gotta do blink and oh well. I'm going to get some water here in a second. No crane. We have 8. I'll be updating the crane count every 10, so in 2 more cranes, we're gonna get that update. Ooh. Alrighty. Ooh. Breathe, breathe, and breathe. I'm gonna take the humming trigger bit off. Actually, I'm gonna do a big cough. I can feel the frog in my throat. Oh no. Okay, I think it's all good. Ooh. Well, it started off as singing, but the earlier the hour became, the more tone deaf we became. Yeah, that's classic. Oh, but that's so fun. Wait, what did I just say? Oh, it's okay. It's just books. It was just my notebook. Okay. Um. Okay. Wow. 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 Are we gonna run out of the classic patterns? Oh, we are. We're gonna be moving into space in a minute. Oh boy. Well, space. Northern Lights in space. I see. We start with the Northern Lights first. Yeah. Okay. 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 More crane. I would like more of that energy of the pub and the singing, because, like, I feel like nowadays it's mostly just karaoke bar for that, and it's not usually everybody together now. It's usually, like, just one person, and it feels so much more fun when everybody's screaming together, you know? Because as much as it's so fun to just sing along, whether you're good or bad, whether you're doing a performance about it or not, it's so much more fun when everybody's in on it together and nobody can really pay attention to what your person next to you's quality of sound really is. You just scream. It's fun. We need a communal scream. It's a good time. Glad you have that though. Yeah. And stomp. Communal stomp. And then you don't know me or my friends and push me over. Yeah, exactly. There are some places. Time for Raven to go to Old Irish Pub. Wait, what was this? Oh. If my camera shook, I am sorry. I thought I turned off notifications. It turns out I did not. Owner loves us for it because he's a true Irish. Oh, I don't know why my voice hurt. I'm just thinking of the Whose Line Is It Anyways usual bit where they do it all together to do those. They have their little itty nighty chorus, and then they do their basically a quick like limerick there where they do some sort of nonsense, each one of them. That's a good bit. Love the classic Whose Lines bits. Yeah, they're good. They're good. I have not watched it in a while. I did watch the old Drew Carey stuff in pieces, and I watched Aisha Tyler's bits in pieces. Like, I didn't typically watch a whole episode, but I think I want to go and, like, watch as many as I can get my hands on. The problem is that so much of these kinds of things is it's relevant to what is politically pop culturally going on right now, and it's gonna be like, I have no idea what that reference is to, bud. You look like you're having fun though, so that's nice. Just move along. I don't know. The one time one of them busted the light on Drew's desk. Oh yeah, I remember that one by accident, and they just in character went, "Tell me, am I bleeding?" I don't remember who it was, but I remember. Yeah, they did. I remember that. Oh, Raven, listen, sweet dear lady, if you're ever in my neck of the woods, I would love to take you along. You'd be the happiest dear lady this side of the north. Well, then you'd have to tell me where your neck of the woods is, and I don't think we're doing that. Don't dox you. Don't dox you. I do bounce around, but you know how I am. I move in. No, I don't. In shadows and silence. No, I don't. I go tumbling and yelping as I go. Ah! I just don't. I just don't. I can't pull that off. You can dox me? What? That sounds no. Concern. Concern. But you can dox yourself. Yeah. I think it will lead to a problematic come over here kind of thing, and then I'll know things I would not share. But we have been in my country before, from what I hear from your travels. I may have. I have done a handful. I think I listed off some of my countries that I went to. I'm pretty sure I did at one point. I went to get more. I went to collect them in a little bag. Just stopping everywhere. But I have got a little pocket of them. Dear lady's quite busy. Many people to trample. You understand. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that's what you meant. I was like, what? Me? You're gonna dox me? That would have been much more concerning. Yeah. I do have people I should trample. I guess I've just been too silly. Certain people come to mind. Moving on. Yes, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's very sweet. It would be fun to send my little frogs to each of you to pop in. I'd have to be in people disguise though, so no antlers. We can't go saying I'm a deer lady, especially in that European neck of the woods, because y'all just gonna think I'm like a fawn, like a satyr-y deer, and not the same thing. I'm scarier. I insist upon it. So many times I've been like saying this. I did at one point have someone saying, "Hey, I need to get you art. We need to get you full body art. I will connect you to people." And I was like, "That is very nice." And okay, I don't need it, but and each person we talked to, there was some hiccup of communication where I'm like, okay. Well, this is significant. There are some things that are very specific, and some things that sort of they're very loose because it's from an oral histories. You gotta remember, some people understand different deer ladies, but we are from Turtle Island, and we are spookier than you think. I'm already shaking. Yes, it's silly. Um, it's a fun time, but I struggle with people because this is one thing, I do not have a deer tail. No, that's not part of this. And I can hide. I can take the antlers away, but I don't do that with you guys. You guys are my cozy people. I'll be disappearing in a bit. Oh yes. No, sorry, Raven. I want you to power nap. You should nap. You should rest. I know you do not get enough sleep, Monsieur Bird. Go eat. Are you kidding? I'll knock you out right now. I cast sleep punch. We did reference that earlier. That in the game. That was important. Hi, Lerp. Welcome in. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. I really appreciated you sending the sending the chat. I got fully distracted. Sending the chat at the end of the game last night, just so I knew someone besides my lovely mods was enjoying it, because I know it was so late, people fell asleep and stuff. So it meant a lot. Thank you very much, Lerp. We have a crane update. We're gonna update our crane count. It is at 8:50. And I'm gonna toss this 10 into the basket. There's 50 of them in there. Then we'll have these 2, these 4, and these 4 for the next 10. What fun. I was there the whole time, but on my TV, so sometimes it lies about my existence. Hey, I wasn't like counting, I was just like in chat when we're ending, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made big announcement. I'm chatting with my lovely players, and I know that we had a great time and that's all that really matters, but like I was hoping is anybody else gonna be like, oh, that was so silly, oh my gosh, you know? And there were responses earlier on in the stream where people are like, ah, and all that, and I really appreciated Lahonk's little extra tidbits. He sent in a boon and a bane for some shenanigans. Silly little goose. Oh, we loved it. But at the very end, I wanted to be able to hear, oh, did anybody enjoy that a little bit? And so I really appreciated it. It was so nice. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Lerv. Oh, all the loves. This is why I have my heart eyes. All the loves. Aha. Look at my eyeballs. They are hard. Okay. My distractedness is off the scales, I think. I literally interrupted myself mid-sentence to go look at a loose thread on the singing bowl thing. And I was like, what? What happened? I still don't know what happened, but there's a little thread antenna. Okay, and then we had done this, so I should go the other way. Woo! 850 cranes! Whoa, 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 whoa! It only took me an hour to get 10. I say I make them quickly, but then I don't. But I blame also being distracted by you guys. And I like that. I like the distract. I like the chatting with you. But it does mean I am slightly slower. It's good though. I believe in us. I believe in me. I will make my cranes. But I will be back streaming in quick succession as much as I can until it's done. So it will happen one way or another. I don't think it'll take longer than this week. Maybe longer than my normal stream week where I would go Sunday, Tuesday, maybe Sunday to Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see. Ah! Just thoughts. And I screamed at them. Oh. I am only a little disappointed that the rolls we have done so far from the lovely subs were not my candies, because I still have the spicy and sour candies from last time, and I'm like, I think that's gonna be fun to get back to those. Those are always fun. Listen to the pop rock sounds, or listen to me very upset at the spicy Skittles. They're still my big op here. They're my biggest enemy. I think so. It's between them and the Rage Puffs when there's too many Rage Puffs. There are also Rage Puffs again on the list. So those are up. Those are also, those are gonna be fun when we roll, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you for the follow, Dozy Plays 99. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's drop some dances like our usual tradition. Whenever someone joins us with a follow, we drop some dance emotes, whichever ones work, but these are some dancing frogs. Well, my question, do you already know what you're wishing for? Not saying you need to tell us, but have you thought of one yet? Well, so I have already done the 1,000 cranes thing, and actually the first time I wished, I wasted it. I wished to succeed at something I never actually tried in the end. Oh, thank you. I always read the full name when somebody first joins so that it's a little trap for me to say bad words, basically. It's been fun when people come in with a silly name and they're like, oh boy. But yeah, I'll call you Dozy from here on out. I usually end up picking a nickname out of that and double check eventually. Yeah, and then I started streaming. And that brings me back to, yes, I didn't end up using it. Oh, and then I also knew about the other like connection with it. There's one version where it's a wish. That's one understanding of the thousand cranes thing. The other version, which I have said way back when I started crane count, was that when you get to 1,000, you just get good luck. And since I am making these cranes with you guys, I mean, a good number of these have been redeemed cranes. They're not just me making them mindlessly. They are, you guys asked for one. You told me which paper. I'm including you guys in it. I thought that it meant that we can all have good luck as we move forward. But I could try and think of a wish as well. I just don't know what I would wish for. I think it's okay. There's two different versions. I think if I tried to wish for it, I'd probably end up I'd end up wasting it again. Just knowing me. I'll get distracted and then do something else. Rather have the wish personally. Well, okay. Maybe we should workshop what my wishes should be. We can do that. I can take suggestions. I won't decide yet. But either way, supposedly it give you good luck. So let's hope that also happen. May happen. Also, thank you, Fenton Cage, for the dances. Hi, my cat is sitting next to me. You don't mention an animal in this chat without me getting excited. Sweet. Being her energetic self, does that mean she running around going crazy on a cat tree or something? Because I know that kind of crazy, energetic. Or is she playing with stuff? Is she trying to have computer time herself? She's like, I need a keyboard too. I must copy you. Yeah, she go crazy. Yay! I love that. How about something simple? A delish ice cream cone or something? Well, I could just get that. But to make sure that it is delish and not just like pretty good, I guess we could wish on that. Yeah. Noted. We'll add that to the list. Dice. Okay. I showed off a lot of my dice. I did a whole dice goblin moment for my D&D players. I had them each pick a set of dice to represent them. Yes, dozy. I had different sets of dice for everybody. So we could use different sets, but I still have my usual greens. So I think that I will pull them out as soon as I finish this crane. We'll do those ones. Or make it on your next test. I have a test coming up. Oh no. I should dice cover myself. I feel that. Yeah. I mentioned, and I got to like pull out one set for one of my monsters, mwahaha, because I use the D20s in a row to kind of keep track of initiative order. How about I pull out that set actually? I keep it with another set because Raven lore. I have decided, and part of why I am Dice Goblin. That is. Let me do this command real quick. Why? Why? There we go. That is the D20 I'm talking about. Anyway, but this is two. Still greens, but it is different greens time. I like to have, when I play a character in D&D, two sets of dice that I have in mind for the character. And this mix, I got for a character that was supposed to be a campaign, and it got downgraded to just a one-shot. And so I don't get to play her very much, but she was a punk tabaxi, and she was so fun. But my favorite thing is that I rolled the two D20s first to see if they're like on the same page, and they both rolled a nat 20. I was like, this is a boss character. And then I didn't get to use her more than the once. Look, see, they're so on the same page. They both got 8. I tell you, this is meant to be. This combo is meant to be. I love them. I love them. Yeah. Okay. Origami. I'm mostly making cranes. You can use a redeem with channel points. You're new here. I can give you a freebie. To ask for a different one. This has not been turned off, but I'm mostly trying to focus on 1,000 origami cranes. We're up to 852. Right now you can keep track of the little counter. But there are other ones in the origami redeem if you want to look at it in the channel points redeem ribbit. We have made little frogs. We've made sumo dudes. I should check how many sumo dudes we have just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure we have a solid set of 4 for all that for teams for the Tumo tournament. There's Kabuto, the little hat. There's little shuriken, the little ninja stars. Lilies, lotuses. There's so many. But yeah. What else I have news? Gee, you're not a blacksmith anymore. You can't shod my cock. Reference to Jack my Hedgehog because he made the blacksmith give his rooster shoes for whatever reason. Oh, cool. That is very fun. Cool. I've just reorganized all my 13 collections of dice. Oh my god. Okay, I am rolling dice now, though. I must focus. I will adjust the mic, and I will be moving these closer to it so you won't see them, but I wanted to show them off. I think I will roll. I will play with this whole set, because they're fun. Double the dice. Okay. It's a long story about a weird hedgehog man. I'll catch you up later. I got dice to roll. Hold on. I'll tell you after dice. I'll explain more after dice. Okay, here we go. Let's start. I'm gonna go get the one on the floor. It's a D20. It's a D10 that rolled a 0. Okay. Yes. Singing frog is Herbert. He's a singing frog. He is Herbert the pervert. He is a hell of a time. I'll bring him out in a minute. But yes, I do want a blacksmith. I do not want a cobbler, the shoemaker. Because when you say shod, it's about like horseshoes, shod. And so when they did it in the story, Jack my Hedgehog, which is about a weird half hedgehog, half very tiny person that rides a rooster playing a set of bagpipes and trying to convince kings to get them to make him marry their daughters. It's weird. Anyway, um, when he's in that, he has a phrase that he says to his father, I think, where he says, "Father, Papa, whatever, please go to the smithy. I want to get my cock shod." And the shod is meaning like the horseshoes. And yeah, so the chicken shoes are really just like claws put onto the chicken so that the chicken can climb trees easier. And that's what he does. He hops on his trusty cock, his rooster, and then they climb a tree with the rooster, and then they just sit at the top of the tree playing the bagpipes, hanging out, waiting for kings to show up. It's so weird. It is so weird. He's so weird. But we love Jack my Hedgehog. It's ridiculous. He's great. Thank you for dice. Here comes Herbert time. Is Herbert. I'll give him all caps. Herbert. But Herbert. You know what? Yeah, we do often include a misspelling for when we call out Herbert. So we'll keep that. Herbert. That's you, buddy. Come on over. Yes, yes. Oh, the sweet little pervert. We call him that because his eyes are so creepy and they stare at you. Imagine that when you go to bed. He's just, oh, I don't need that. I usually point him towards the wall and hope for the best. Hope he stays there. Okay, but here we go with Herbert time. There is a Herbert chat command. I forget what it is. I think if you just Herbert. Let's try. What is this? Aha! Only 49. Okay, fine. There you go. That was Herbert. He'll sit on his shelf, pointing towards us for now, but he will be pointed towards the wall later on. Because he's a creep. Herbert gives you an approval rating of 63. Maybe try offer a sacrifice of one grape to improve your rating next time. Told me to bring a new cult member, a new acolyte. You already got plenty of people from me. Don't you dare. He likes you better than me. You only are what you are because of me, you little shit. Okay, I've got these to do. I like the little Herbert redeem. I'm glad I got that going. Alright. Oh, I can take down the Herbert. Yep. Anybody like the creepy other frog? This little guy? Oh. That's a gift from Vi. Both of these. I just love that his eyeballs are straight up always, so that he's always looking at the camera. He's lovely. Sounding like Nelson. Oh well. I'll be done with that little pervert soon enough. Leave him here at the lake. Settle into the later in the stream mark. You get quiet. It always does with origami streams. There's a flurry of new things at the start, and then it's just like, okay, we're settled and cozy. We'll be quiet. It is always the way. Fix that up. Oh. We don't know what type of frog that is. Not the shell-headed frog or something? I don't know what type of frog Herbert is, besides wooden singing frog, cult leader, pervert. That's all I know about him. If he's supposed to be a different kind of frog, well, he's wooden now. Petrified. But if he is a shell-headed frog, cool. Cool for you. I just know you got real pointy toes. He's got really pointy triangle little feet. Fun. Most of the frogs look more like a tree frog vibe. But that guy, he looks a little bit like a toad. Thank you, Dimda. No, I just mean that there's mostly just you and me in the chat log right now. At the start, there's flurry of folks, and then we settle in, and that's good. That's nice. Shovel-headed tree. Oh, you! Ah, that's cool. Are you a shovel-headed tree frog, little guy? Good for you. It's good to know. It's fun little doodad. I have explained to my mods in chatting. He's fun to just articulate because he's got little bits, but so often I'm moving around his stuff. Oh no, there goes a leg. And I have to repair him. Okay, little guy, there you go. There you go. He's offended. But that happens all the time. I'll just be fiddling while I'm chatting. Ah, you lost leg. Or maybe just foot. Sometimes it's arm. It's harder to lose arm, but you do lose arm. You just put him back in his little thing. I'll make you offended and chatty, screaming at me. Ah! Feel like that's fitting. People are always welcome to interject or to just lurk around. Either one. You know how it is here. I don't keep attendance. You don't have to check in. You don't have to make sure you're here. Don't have to prove it. I'll just appreciate you wherever you is, whenever you is. It's all good. I like that this little burst means a colorful little pointy end for that crane, and then the opposite end is pretty dark. That's cool. fiery little tail. Space crane. Oh, and then it was so mostly dark on that, and then lots more. You like our pretty little cranes. Okay. Next. Always be craning. Always more cranes. Oh, the yawns. So when we get less chatty. I think one part of why I'm not always as good at the oh no, it's a budget frog. Your budget? Okay. I don't know. Oh, I was saying one thing at the start of streams, I'm always a lot more go, 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 and I don't have my breath control, and so I usually get better at the humming later on in the stream. And so it was like, oh, we're doing sea shanties right now. Oh boy. And I was like, yeah, I'm not in the right seated position to be able to breathe. And my body's like, we're doing a thing. I need to calm it way the heck down. Now that we're all settled, my body's like, oh, okay. We sleep? No, we don't do that either. Jeez. You don't know what's going on, huh, body? You're just like violently doing whatever it wants. Oh, well. You're settling now, at least. The lore of said frog. Lepidobotrytis laevis, I'm guessing at that. Lepidobotrytis laevis, widely known as Budget's frog, is a species of frog in the family. Oh, eyeballs. Ceratophryidae? Ceratophryidae. Discovered by John Samuel Budget. It is often kept as a pet. It has acquired a number of popular nicknames, including Hippo Frog, Freddy Krueger Frog, and Esquerzo de Agua. What is Esquerzo? I know of water. Would you mind translating, good dumda? I am a little bit busy with my hands to type. Screaming water? Are you gonna make the water scream? Oh, silly little thing. Silly little thing. And now this crane, instead of having a fiery tail or beak, is a fiery wing. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Other side. Whoop. A nap may cause brain fog before my collab tonight, so I might just lobster for a bit. You'll have a collab tonight! Oh, yeah, it might cause brain fog. Does sometimes happen where you're just like, I'm so eepy. My brain wants to keep eeping. Don't make me not eep. I always find when I really need sleep, I either need to sleep for like 10 hours or 3. Because at 3, my body's like, that doesn't count. That doesn't even count. What do you mean you slept? No, you didn't. Effort, water. Effort? What are you doing to the water, frog? Well, Cage, you can go ahead and lobster. You can hang out here, be lobster, if you like. Or you can scuttle away. I do have one question though. And I could probably ask in DMs instead of on stream. I should probably also include Mask. And I don't know if I should include anybody. I don't know. I'm just translating. Like. And I very much appreciate it. You're good. Oh, sitting in a hot shower. Sometimes lobsters just sit. But the claws, like by Barbie hands, where you're just like, I don't know. I didn't know it was hot water, so never mind. You can go boil. The problem with that is that then you're dead. You're a dead lobster. I was thinking of a live lobster. I was giving you life. This is in the wrong colors. I need to flip this around. Good thing I caught that. Anyway. I don't know what I do about this. There we go. Yeah, but say info about my collab. Feel free to send me a DM. Oh, bibbis. Be back soon. I was like, BSing. I don't know. I was definitely gonna go along, be bullshit for a second. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. I'll DM or see you later. Go be dead lobster, I guess. Gonna ref lobster or orange lobster cage. Cage uses oranges and stuff and colors. I feel like we'll choose orange, but I don't know. Maybe Cage is the rare blue lobster. Ooh. Ooh. In fact, Cage is burb, so neither, but you know, is being dead lobster, I guess. Do I have either of the other mods that were in, or even the elusive fourth mod? Just to see if I should still ask my question on stream, or if I should only DM. If someone is here, I will bug them. If not, then I will DM. Then he's still alive. Yep, if he is blue lobster, is still alive. It's definitely no gone. Katie's burp. Lobster with feathers then. Well, aren't lobsters and like shrimp, they're bugs of the sea? So wouldn't that make him, if he was the bird, like a bug with feathers would be, I don't know what a bug with feathers would be. I don't know. But I've always thought of the lobsters as big old sea bugs. Cause shrimpies is little sea bugs. Right? Am I weird? I mean, I know I'm weird. But is that weird? I don't know. I have no clue anymore. I'm just making a pink little crane. I almost made it the wrong direction. Oh my gosh. When we were making other stuff, I was trying to make... What was I trying to... Oh, I was making these things, I think. I kept ending up making a crane. I keep getting scared. And so there's a little piece of me, because that was one of the last origami streams, is like, oh no, it's a crane. Now they're all coming out as cranes, and there's a little piece of me that's like, oh no. Oh wait, I mean, oh yay, it's a crane. My brain is just remembering the last time and doing a thing like it do. Do. I mean, why not a platypus? It's also a mammal that lays eggs, so then why not a lobster with feathers? I'm so many confused on what we meant, but I think I know what you meant. That, like, if a platypus exists, that then why not have a lobster with feathers? But a piece of me was like, no, a platypus isn't a bug with feathers. Going the wrong direction with it. It does. It. I know that it has logic. I just don't know which direction we're going for a second. But that's on me, because I checked out of the lobster and bug with feathers moment and then came back. Duh. Okay, then now now you be back soon. Yes, please. Go be living lobster cage. Oh, that's kind of ripped. And nature does have hiccups all the time. You're not wrong. And they usually live in Australia. No, that's the bit with the weird little animals. Um, if there's a lobster with feathers, does that mean it is sky animal, or is it a land animal but has feathers? Like it's a weird lobster bird hybrid that is just still bug crawling on the ground. Cause like are the feathers like all over, or is it like some detail feathers? Like how much is still crustacean? The shell that it's got. And how much is feather? This is what I wish to know. These are the important questions. Um, in my head, I'm thinking like some of the frills spots that they have is feathers, but not like the hard shell spots. So like still claw, something more like a beetle. It's relative of the armadillo, and oh, that's getting bigger. Oh, now that's different. Armadillo. Oh, I was thinking still pretty lobster shape, and then claws, but it's like the shell is more like a beetle on the earth. So I'm gonna go run down that track, and then I'm gonna come back to armadillo. I'm gonna describe my other. Okay. Raven gets resettled because this is serious. So we have lobster with the frill at the end. There's the belly, the claws, big antennas-y things. Yes, 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 yes. I'm imagining beetle shell. It it should be more like armadillo considering it has the curviness, but we're doing the beetle. But it's still in those stacks that the lobster has, like that. And then it has the more beetly pincers, but then the antennas maybe get a little bit more feathery, kind of like a moth. You know how they have more feathery antennas sometimes? And then the end, that's more of a frill on the tail, is definitely some little feathers that are short, but then maybe it's one of those that's gonna have long ones, like a parrot, or like um some of those other long tail bird feathers. I don't know. I don't know how it will walk if it has too long of tail feather. And then other little spots like in armpits where it might pop out with little things where like they'll come off a joint like an elbow or something like that, where there's like a little bit of frill that comes out of from under the shell. I don't know. But I can see little feathers peeking out from under the beetle carapace in spots. Okay, and armadillo. It is armadillo. But armadillo shell and then lobster face. And armadillo back legs, lobster front legs. And then I don't know how the feathers fully fit in. But there's feathers. And it can eat fire ants without water. Oh my gosh! Are you saying that the armadillo goes in the water? Quick, quick, creator, make this animal. I want to see what this is. I want to see it happen. Evolution, get on it. Or let's go back in time. Maybe it used to exist. The hand-me-down Okay, we've got too far. This this bug does not have a car. Illegal. Ooh. I like thinking of this though. Next D&D session I ever do, I'm gonna insert weird feathered armadillo and lobster that are cousins. You know, like they're in the same look, but they're not actually the same species. They it's like when you reach crab, but from different directions. You know, crabification, where everything will eventually crabify. Everything will eventually feather crab, I guess, feather lobster. This is the future. This is the future. I'm telling you. We're all gonna have to pluck and then crack shells of these weird creatures if we eat them. New luxury food item. I'm loving it. It's gonna be great. Northern Lights crane. Woo. It's so pretty. Da, da, da. Okay. And suddenly there was no more feather lobster talk, and so it was quiet. Well, of course, he's not allowed to drive because he's a feather lobdillo, right? So he uses cool sunglasses to attract people with driver's licenses. So he just sits in the passenger side of this car with his sunglasses that are cool enough that people show up, that, like, casting spells on them that they feel they must come nearer. It only affects people with driver's licenses. What happens if your driver's license expires? What happens if it expires while you're driving him? Do you immediately break the spell and leave? The implications. I would never have guessed that this is the direction this would go. I'm also definitely picturing Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob with feathers. Like I'm just starting to see just him. Armadillo shell, mothy feather antennas and feather tails. And he's the one wearing the sunglasses and being cool. Like, as soon as you said that, it had to be. It went from photorealistic image to Larry the Lobster. It has to. Oh my goodness. Stop yawning, Raven. Wake up, wake up. It's because Body said we are settled. And that is so rude of it. You were wired and could not even breathe, and now Eepy. No. Yes, and motivates the driver with the golden doorknob at the end of the rainbow. There's a golden doorknob? I thought it was a pile of gold, a pot of gold. And if their license is expired, it turned into old iron. Oh. Okay. Okay. This is sounding more and more fey, in which case the iron is a weapon, and because he's sounding fey. If he's charming people and delivering them to End of the Rainbow for where he keeps his treasure, then that iron is gonna be a weapon against him, and that's how you kill him. That's the only way you kill him. So in the future, when we have lobdillos, we have to learn to not have driver's licenses, or if we do, part of the driver's license test is what happens if a lobdillo charms you. Remember to go all the way to the end of the rainbow with him, and make sure to do something that makes the driver's license invalid so that it turns into iron to kill him, or you can try to keep your driver's license working and steal the gold, but good luck, because he's got. Yep. I mean, how often have you seen a feathered lobdillos? I must say, not often. I wonder how common they'll be later. But this is definitely a fae. And then that's how you, if you get the iron, that's how you get them and kill them. Instead of like a lobster that goes boiled, you have to get them with the iron, and you skewer them and pluck, and you just peel, like plucking the shell, um but you skewer them so that they are like a shish kebab thing, a rat on a stick. You know how that is. You can only kill with the old iron doorknob if you broke your toe while kicking it. Only if you have a broken toe from kicking it? That's very specific. This is a very difficult fate to kill, I guess. You kill it with the doorknob? Well, yeah, once it's dead, it turns into a skewer. You beat him with the old iron doorknob, but then it turns into a skewer so that you can cook him. You have to roast him. If you have to break your toe on the doorknob to be able to kill him, it can turn into a skewer. I demand it. Did either of these want to be tail? No, they did not. I think making a tail out of the mountain is a good move, because then it's like it's the peak of the mountain. So we're going to try and force that. Okay. Mountain and Northern Lights crane compared to plain Northern Lights crane. Look at those two. Woohoo. I guess I could have tried to make it out of this stuff. This might have been more exciting. Hey, you gotta eat. And hey, we established that's a fae. Fae is different. I believe if you went back to his rainbow with the gold and you try to touch it, you instead get roasted alive. So you gotta choose that. Fae be tricky, you know? Or else you're permanently going to be a slave driving them around. This looks like a boring one, and this looks exciting, but I think that I just gotta not do that, you know? Oh, and you grow feathers as well? That's how they make more lobdillos? What a weird mating ritual. I will make you be my slave, and eventually you will grow the feathers. Slowly become a lobdillo. And it'll take so long being my servant and growing feathers that your license will expire. But by then, you will, yeah. So I guess people in that world would have to, you know, have very short driver's license, like, lengths, so that they could expire faster, so that they can be less likely to be trapped and turned into a lobdillo. I don't know. Or your hand-me-down BM2 series turns into a Ford Pinto. No! What a ridiculous. What a ridiculous. Ooh. I am just quickly away. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I must respond to the things. uh, looking back at this stuff. Good news from friend. Ooh. Okay, okay, okay. I must respond with a silly gift. No, that one will be good. Okay. Ah! Distracted Raven is distracted, as is my way. I get back. Okay. Oh, ridiculous can be my middle name, but you already know this. It can be your middle name. It's not certain yet, or it changes. It's allowed to change. I didn't know that aspect of it. I did understand that your very ridiculous middle name, yes, but I didn't know the fluidity of your middle name. No, the way it changed. Ah. I sent a Mr. Bean gif. That's what I ended up doing. And how many of you hate me for saying gif? I understand that people have fought for the other pronunciation, that the creator says it should be pronounced that way, but indeed, I am a stickler too. If it is graphic, if that is what the G stand for, I do think it should be G. And I think it sounds better. But this is one of those things where you say soda versus pop. If you want to kill me for my choice, then rude. Mr. Bean, that is so a character for you. Yes, thank you. It was a Mr. Bean eyebrow bounce, which is entirely what I imagined when the old man turned to the fairy in the D&D session last night. Because I described it as he gives a little eyebrow bounce. Can I do an eyebrow bounce very well? Not very well. Oh. Well, he's in fictional stories in books from 1970s. I do not know. Um, what the VOD is gonna be there. Well, we're not doing another one, and it was just for the team, and it was just for that little and secret message. I didn't tell them till the end of like it's for the announcement of going away. But it was to let Vi do stuff because when we did the first one, she was ready but did not get to do anything, and we had a Daigle give the big donation at the donathon that got us over the line to have the D&D stream promised. So it was just pulling in kind of pre-promised folks because those mods that were there that were playing as well, they were people that were in the first one but didn't get to really play very much. Yeah, it was kind of giving the people that didn't get to but were already kind of promised, and people that made that thing a thing as well. So it was specific, but it was very fun. It is wrapped up. I'm very glad with how it went. I know. No, I think it is. And it was so fun. And I do recommend you go watch it then if you enjoy it. If you want to watch the VOD. But yeah, it was very nice. It taught me some more. I thought that it was a very good mix. Like it was a good chemistry of a team, you know? Because they were shenanigans, but they did all get to do bits. Nobody was like silent, but people were different up and down um actions, and I hope nobody felt like they didn't get to do very much, but yeah. Yes, it was just last night, so the VOD will still be up here. And I have decided I'm gonna put it up on the YouTube channel, so that will be there as well later. But so far it is not there. Um, it should still be there because it was only last night. But they were technically two, because we had some technical issues. So it's the D&D stream most of play, and then the D&D stream kind of just the epilogue, really. That might be how I put it up on YouTube, as the D&D stream brackets part 1, and then D&D stream epilogue in brackets. I think that'd be good. So that you have the pre-ramble and the chatty, and we were a little slow to introduce everybody at the start. It was whatever. But then we got in and we play and we do the sillies. And then by the time we have the technical stuff, it basically OBS just started to be tricky, so that like it was stuttery. The frames were going like one and then back. So instead of my hand going forward, it would look like and the little characters on screen as well, they would be here and they would be stuttery. Yeah. And we were playing in 3-hour sessions, and you all have been bickering for 2. Yeah, that's how that goes. As long as it was playful banter. We're like, yeah, have you ever played D&D? Yes, that is the response. Yeah, pretty much. Da, da, da. I think depending on how things go, it's been 2 hours. I think we're gonna go for another 2 hours tonight max, and then I'll be back tomorrow. I think I want to do an earlier start for a stream tomorrow, and then maybe have a later stream as well, like the Once Upon a Time where I had afternoon and evening streams. Where I do the 2 streams, I just have a little break between. I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow, as I see that I have done. No. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more cranes, so that I have made 20 cranes in 2 hours. That's not a terribly great pace. I won't be getting very far very fast at this rate. But of course, but into battle we would first strategize. Then after that, our 3 hours would be up. Yeah, that's classic. Just letting y'all know that is the rough plan. So I think that tomorrow I'll try and start earlier, but I gotta see how much I need sleep, cause I mayhap will need a bunch of sleep. We will see. I should decide which ones of these I want which way. Yeah, I think I want this way and that way. We will have these 10 next. Woo. In that case, we will still have 4 hours left. 4. We will have 14 hours because we need 140. But right? Yeah, we have 140 to go or so. I know I've got a little extra over there, but then the good news, yeah, we'll have a few more streams. I think I'll try for 2 tomorrow, but it might be 1 tomorrow and then 1 Tuesday as well. That might be good too. What am I thinking? I think I'm going to try and do 2 tomorrow, 1 on Tuesday, and then if needed, we do things on Wednesday. Actually, because I would like to be able to do a thing Tuesday night if I can. Yeah, I made my decision. That's how I'm going to try and do the schedule. We'll see. But that's how I'm going to try to do it. We'll see how it works. With that, I make my next set. And I gotta try focus. I believe in me. I can be speedier. We can get someone too. Yeah. So the plan, maybe I'll try and start 3 p.m. tomorrow. And then I'll have a break in between where I have an errand to run. I have an adventure to make. So that will leave me fairly tired when I do the night stream as well. But I will try to end a little earlier than sometimes that I do that. Then we do an afternoon stream on Tuesday. Maybe another 3 o'clock start. So that I can go do stuffs. And then I think that will leave us finishing up on Wednesday and able to do our burning ceremony, sumo tournament, and last cranes. I think that will be our very last stream then. December 3rd. I like that timing. This work. I'm having feelings, but my body's like, illegal. So instead, I'm making weird noises. Anybody else do that? Anybody else have big feelings and then instead they just go, you know, laughing, screamy, noisy, where you're just like, no, I don't. Isn't that fun? Where's a psychologist to tell me why I do that? What feelings? 3 p.m. Oh, geez. That'd be like almost tomorrow then for me. Well, it's 3 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know times for you, friend. Just make weird noises in general. Well, yes, me too. But I mean specifically in place of emotion times. Yeah. I think I was sad and tired and like we did so much last night enough that I did manage to start tearing up a little bit. Specifically at the end when we were talking afterwards. It was very sweet. LaHonk pulled a classic LaHonk where LaHonk popped out and then popped back in. And I think missed the announcement but caught us talking about the leaving anyway, and I was like, no. That got me. I was like, no, LaHonk, you did not do that again. No, you did not. It got me. The goose. Alright. With in general, I mean, yeah. With emotion, too. Yeah. Okay, I think I like this schedule. I will do an announce. He does that everywhere. Because he's bouncing around everyone. That and he's got to go watch his meaty man wrestling. Oh, goose. I believe somebody. No, I don't remember. I don't know who I believe. Messaged a group and was saying, I know if at 3 a.m. no one else is there, LaHonk got me and is there for my stream. And I'm like, LaHonk really do be a good backbone. He's so great. Yeah. He'll pop in and he'll just, Cage. He'll do it to so many people where it's like, yeah, it's slow It's late, but you know what? There's a goose. Yay! There's a goose. Okay. I will only get more awake from here, I think. I will demand it of myself. Oh, but I should run another ad. I should let that run. So, here comes a quick minute ad. I sorry. It will not last long, but I will keep folding. Yeah, part gopher. That's good. Let's go. I am folding. Folding, folding. I am hungry. What should I eat when I am done? How long can I go before I am too hungry? I don't know. I don't know. Well, there is the salad. Ooh. I am deer. Of course I will eat salad. No, I am not deer. I am deer. Oh, I love the two tones. You need a pretty two-tone crane. I will have to bring you back up when ad is over. Oh no, wait. Here it is. Ad should be over. Look at the pretty two-tone crane. Look at that. Okay. I believe Honk very much is part gopher, and I think we should call him that gopher goose, because he pops in and out. It is requested. Next time we see him pop in. Hey, gopher goose. Ha ha ha. You're part gopher. And he will say, la what? Because he is la honk. And then he will probably bonk somebody. La bonk. I have not used the bonk command in a while. I should bonk. I'm gonna bonk a frog. Hee hee hee. Frog was naughty and has been bonked. Yay! I have used a bonk. I said I would. I said I would. Focused Raven is focused on Crane. Aha! I will make cranes as speedy as I can. It's not that speedy. But I guess if I can maintain 10 an hour and I never slow down, that's pretty good. Because usually there's an eventual slowdown with the I need a minute, I need a break, I am losing my mind kind of a thing. If I'm just getting distracted enough, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good timing. It's a little faster than an hour to get 10. It was a little bit faster than that, but still. I think I make a good time. This means I should be able to announce final stream December 3rd, and I can pick a time for that when we get closer to see how much time I need to make all of the cranes and give time for burning ceremony and sumo tournament. It'll be good. But I can make that announcement. I can set a schedule right proper on Twitch. Can make announcement in Discord and on Blue Sky. I think it will be very good. Oh, for once both are happy to be tail. How sweet of you. Lately they all want to be beaks because they do not want to be tidy and straight. We are a cozy little quiet stream. I think I will pull up my rain because it is getting too quiet. When I'm talking, talk, I like to turn off the rain, but I think a little bit of rain is good. It's good. Also bring this in. You better. Okay, back. Oh, welcome back. I have turned on the rain. No, Herbert is a wooden frog, so he is not Frog. Frogs is only the neon green glowing little tree frog abominations that have been hurt by magical waste. Herbert was not bound. It was one of my silly frogs. Like the kind I put on my antlers. Those little buddies. The magically radioactive mutations. Yeah, there's no bread up there. Yeah, we started off the stream with. I'll put this back. We started off the stream with some frogs, but then I rolled a 13 for Tetrahedron's gift sub D20. And I remind, because I want this popping up in the chat. Oh my gosh, I keep thinking that I'm in this chat spot, but I'm not. So with the 13, it is an expression, which meant that we chose heart eyes to keep. Yay! Okie doke, you got it, Cage. Feel free to lurk away, cozy up, get stuff done. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you heard, but I've got a rough plan for my schedule, Cage. You don't need to do anything about this. I'm just saying it at you while you do your stuffs. If my estimates is correct, we have a bit less than 14 hours left of crane making. 13 and a half. And so, if I do 2 streams tomorrow, that equal to about 7, because I usually, when I do the afternoon and evening streams, it's about 3 and about 4. If I do that 7 hours, then I just have 7 more. And I kind of want to do a thing. Don't call him a feathered lobdillo. It was him that started all of that, yes, for sure. But he is not the fake creature that lures you with your driver's license to your death. We made it's very wild lore that we created. It was funky. Anyway, if I do the 7 hours tomorrow between 2 streams and the errand I have to run in between, then Tuesday I can do an afternoon stream, and I want to do an evening thing for myself, so I will do that and not stream. Then I can do my very last stream with all of the stuffs on Wednesday, starting, I want to say maybe 7 or maybe it's 9, so maybe I'll split it and say 8, I don't know, somewhere evening. I don't think we'll need all of the time. You dig it? I mean, you want to hand me down BMW too, right? Anyway, the plan would be fun. No, I did not. The plan would be, yeah, very last stream, December 3rd. I think it will line up well. We'll do burning ceremony and last cranes and sumo tournament. Stop judging the vehicles that people may or may not have. We have no idea. And also, if Cage is driving a specific car, do we want to tell people in stream? I don't know. Could be an identifier. So I will say everything is theoretical and according only to lore and not to IRL. Yeah, that was the plan. And I am yawning. But I will probably go till 9 p.m. at the latest. don't know what those words mean. But in context is car. Hello, Gary John. Welcome in. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Ooh. Little bitty be raven. Oh, whoosh. Thank you for dice redeem. We can do dice in a sec. We're just about done this 10 and we can update the crane count. But I'm just gonna finish this crane before we do Gary's dice. I will use the classic green. I'm yawning too much. We did our D&D stream last night. Yeah, I figured we decided on jokey cards. We did our D&D stream last night, and I had dice sets for each player. So we had a bit of a dice goblin moment. It's a go-kart. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. Is it a go-kart? That'd be fun. A little lobdillo in a go-kart. Very, very much a Mario Kart moment, if that's what you're saying is happening. But focus. You'll have to go and watch the VOD, I guess. But I had all the dice sets out, and so I could use a different dice set, but I think we're just gonna use one of the usual greens because they are here and ready. I showed off one set that was in the session last night, but there was also another set that I had ready, and we rolled both of those because I like particularly those two together. They're very on the same page, and that is good. But yeah, use one die. Was it go-kart or is it mine? Because yes, mine basically is. Ah, man, I need to adult. How awful. Well, good luck with your adulting. We will see you when we see you, if you must leave. Yeah. Or at least lurk. But thank you. Okay. Dice. Here's a dice. Here's more dice. I dropped it in the chat a couple times. We saw it at the start. And I think I should remind people that we have a new thing. Not totally new. It's what I usually do for... It's what I've done for Subathon and Donathon. Where I have a D20 that I'll roll when I get certain goodies. Any subs. It says how many bits. I don't remember numbers. And there's also a redeem. So you don't have to spend money. You can use a redeem, but it does take a lot of channel points, the ribbits. But then you can make me do something silly. Like the expression, aka why I've got hard eyes. And why my VTuber model is very big right now. Ah! See, there you go. Thank you, Gary-san. I just wanted to explain it again. So you can make me do the sillinesses. I'm going to play with the dice, but I'm going to roll your D20 right now to see what you got, Gary. You got a 13! That is the expression. So you can tell me to change my expression. You can also leave the hard eyes and we can layer them, but I have cry, tears, I've got star eyes to layer in. You can see stars on top of hearts. I think I will have to get rid of hearts for that one. The heart can come and go. I should click on the right thing. The heart can come and go. Scared can happen. And then we've got the spinny thing. Angie. We can add frogs. We could also do breadhead. You never know. Dizzy eyeballs. Forget those frogs. I always forget to do that. And tongue out. I had mascaras. Star eyes with frogs. We're gonna do double. I'll allow it. I want the frogs back. Okay, there we are. We have our frogs. And that is your expression. We'll tell Tetra if we see them. We have swapped. Okay, but now some dice rolling time. Let's go. Oh, well, that's misspelled. How and why did you misspell that, Raven? There we go. Don't ask how I messed it up. I just did. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no! Oh no! My camera died. I didn't realize it wasn't being okay. Oh goodness. Okay. Where did the lights go? Give me one moment. I'm here. I'm here. Did my eyes turn off? I'm here. I'm just gonna set up while my camera recharges. I'm gonna set up for for us doing a different screen so you can at least still hang out. Let's try and fix this up. Why not? Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. Well, are you going to do things? Okay, why are you being weird? Okay. Oh, that's why. Alright. We can do this. We can do this. I'm just gonna scoot over. Sit next to Kiru a little closer so we can hang out with that. Oh, we can't? What do you mean we can't? Oh, no. Is this the max we get, Kiru? How much can we get, Kiru? Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. I don't know what happened. And I'm gonna put up things in a bit as soon as I get the camera back to alive. But I'm gonna do dice while we have that command anyway. Where did my... What the heck? I don't know what that was about. I really don't know what I gotta... Why did I forget that? I always get that set up. Okay, we're gonna do dice. You're gonna at least hear the dice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we're back, baby. Oh boy. was that? What was that? We were doing the big, so we could see the hard eyes. So I'll do that. Yeah. Your eyes are back on. The lights are back on. What the heck, Raven? Get your shit together. Gah. Okay. What is this? Oh, because it's a ball. Okay. We are back. We have rolled dice. I will put the dice back away. And we'll get back to cranes. I'm very sorry. What in the heck? I'm a mess. Oh wait, keep the D20 out. Put everybody else away. And of course the D4 is always impossible. What I found. Okay. What in the heck? Alright. Last two cranes of this 10. And then we'll update the number. We'll be at 8670. We'll be at 870? Already. But thank you very much, Gary-san, for the dice and the D20 roll redeems. I'll take those. I'll say that they are completed now. That is on me. I'm such a mess. I'm sorry. But, oh well. It's sorted now. Whatever that was about. I love the comment of did my eyes turn off instead of the lights, because that's a little bit closer, because yeah, this eyeball turned off. Wasn't your eyeball, it was my extra eyeball, the camera. How rude. But I did turn off the notifications now, so that's good. There won't be any shaking of the camera. I don't know if you could notice a shake when it did that, but it would do the and I would sometimes hear it. Sometimes not. Evidently I did not notice when it said, hey, I'm dying over here. And should have helped it. Oh. Who in the chat, I wonder, is a fan of the sumo wrestler tournaments that we do? Because if people don't actually much care for them, maybe we won't do that. But I always enjoy them. So I think they will be fine. You Pet likes the sumo tourneys. Okay. You always push all the buttons, so do you enjoy the tournament or do you enjoy making all the polls? I'm glad you enjoy them though. Thank you, Fed. We'll do that then. If Fed enjoys them, we'll definitely do the last tourney. Where the tournament storylines. Ah, yes, that is fun. Oh no, he pushed him. Oh no, you're a problem. Oh, it's this team. Yeah, we can do a whole, making a whole spiel. I can introduce all of the teams. It'll be fun. It's fun to see when one like falls over versus just push off. It says different things. It's cute. What if I made... Oh my goodness, I'm gonna make that a thing. I'm gonna make that a thing. I have forever thought about doing a D&D session mini campaign, I'm not sure, but not something long. That is kind of origami centered, because then there's little doodads for the combat that are little guys. Beep, beep, beep. But not the cranes as much. I should grab a thing, but it includes the little sumo guys. I made a whole little vial of a bunch of real itty bitty origami. It was lilies, cranes, swans, sumos, crabs, hats. I think that's the set. But I had 4 neon colored itty bitty sticky note papers per thing. So there's 4 crabs that are neon green, neon yellow. Those two look very similar. Neon orange. That's not super neon pink. And then we have the same colors for the 4 sumos, for the 4 everything. And I would put those little 4 sumos in the tournament, but they're so tiny that I don't think that they'd be able to properly fight. I don't think it's a fair team. But I can bring them in, and I'm gonna grab that after this crane. I'm gonna go get that little vial of little doodads and show that to you, because it's cute. But now, I'm thinking what I'm gonna have to do is I like having the little dudes for little combat map tokens. Sometimes I've had a DM that needed little doodads, and the usual little doodads that they use weren't available, and I'm like, I think I have my little vial of origami. Hold on. And I did. And so we used the little crabs and stuff for goblins, goblin pirates. It was a time. And that was very fun. And I want to do that, use those little guys for little monsters. And then we can have a moment, this is what I was coming up with, where I could make my players do some sort of combat in the sumo. So I just get a little box, and then they do the tappy, 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 and see who wins the little sumo fight. And that will be how we decide that game. But it wouldn't be like a big battle. It would be more like, you know, when you do carnival games in a D&D session where it's usually portrayed with rolling dice in certain ways, and in this case it would be like, oh, it's a wrestling, but it's not that skill based. It's just this one weird little trick that you've never done. It requires, I'd have to come up with more specifics that I have yet to decide, but now I very much want to make my players do that. Okay, this is another 10. We're gonna update the crane count. 870. Wow, wow, wow. And then these go in the basket. Get in there. Okay. And then the next 10 to finish off 40. That was another set of 20. I know what I'm saying in my head. Is that. And then this is the remaining 20. Yeah, or so, that we will end up doing. But I think that I'll be done tonight after this 10, I think. But I'm gonna go get the origami. Hold on, I'm gonna do the be right back screen. Huzzah, I have found, and I am back. It's a little bottle that used to hold crazy glue. And I had even more of them in here than I thought. I know that it was a stuffed full bottle, but let's go ahead and go through them all. It's hard to get them out. A pencil? A broken pencil, perfect. Less likely to get lead. Come on. Come on, everybody. Oh, now we're running. Okay. So I've got the kabutos stacked up. We've got the little hats. Real teeny tiny hats. I stacked them up. You can see the colors. And I took them away. Okay, well that shuriken at the bottom is gonna stay there. But it looks like that's green and pink. We have a crab. This guy's green. We have crane. We have lilies. The shurikens, it looks like I didn't do didn't do solid colors, but I did combos of the different colors. So there's orange and green, orange and yellow, orange and pink, green and pink, pink and yellow, pink and orange. Yeah, I did some combos as I went. Pink and orange, yeah. I don't know how many I did of each. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna make sure that I find all of them in the bottle. Okay. And there you go at the bottom. This is not very efficient. I think they're supposed to go flat. So that I stack them all in properly. This seems a little bit more tidy. Oh, there we go. See, that's not very tidy. Ugh, oh no. Well, anyway, I can spend time putting these guys away later, but I've got little crabs. I think they're supposed to go this way up. Little crabs. Got the swans. I think they've gotten a little bit curled up because they're the best fur on the side of the thing. And then we've got little itty teeny bitty. If you'll stand up, I don't know. Sumo guys, he won't stand. He'd fall. How about you? No. Pink. Pink will stand. That's cool. But then this is them on the side. So you see what they actually really look like? Oh guys. So many little things. We've got lotuses that are teeny tiny. And the lilies, like I said. Lilies. But they get all squished up. We're running ahead of time, so I think I'm okay to just do a little bit of extra other origami nonsense. I'll try and shove them down. I don't think that helped. Anyway, I think having all these little teeny tiny guys is fun for a game. How did I miss that one? Oh, well, whatever. Now I put them all back into jar. Very effective. Definitely not just shove and hope for the best. Definitely not. Don't do that. That will be effective. There's only a few more. Okay. Get in there. It's a very full bottle. Very full. None of you have made comments on it, and I'm disappointed. But I am impressed with my little bottle. Okay. We begun. Next 10. And yeah, I don't think those little guys will be in the sumo tournaments. I don't think it's fair to put tinies against the normal-ish size guys. It's just not fair. They're teeny. They're like a quarter of their size. Legitimately, it's because I think that the little guys won't fall over, but maybe they actually won't be able to stand now that I've tried to stand them on my finger because they've been squashed in the little vial for too long. I don't know. Because when you hit them on the box, they bounce and they're supposed to fall over from that. But if they're too light to really move, then I don't know. But yeah, I guess they got less standable, so maybe they would fall right off the bat. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I don't think they're gonna go in. I like this. It's gonna be a good, solid dichotomy here. Wow. Oh yes. Oh yes, I like this. I like this. This is pretty. Oh. A little night sky with lots of purple and a little bit glowy from the lights. Ooh. Okay, which one should be the head? This is one that's happy to be either way. Ah! This one could be folded right where it starts to go green pretty happily, but maybe I want that to stay. You know, maybe I don't want it to be like... No, okay, I do. Okay. I like. Big fan of swirling and non-traditional shapes like those. Yeah. I think my favorite is the X's. I like the X's. They're fun. This is supposed to be silver, as is this, but I like that they've become more brassy rose gold, even if a little turn green. I should have coated them in clear nail polish, I realized, but oh well. But I like the X's. And then these ones, they're 3, but I like to stack them. Sometimes it's just 2, but I decided I like this. I like that for fun texture change. I like lots of little rings and doodads. I contemplated putting like a set of rings on Throne if I could find them, but I'm like, you know what? I'm good. It's okay. Oh, that reminds me. On Throne, we have some monies that had gone towards Chibi Raven emotes. These no longer will happen. Or if they happen, it would just be a photo. I won't be able to have the emotes up for forever. So I was thinking that I will probably change them. And we can make them into somebody else's emotes that we make. That can be commissioned. And I think that would be cute. I think that would be a fun move to gift away some new emotes. I have a couple of specific ideas. Fred is taking notes. Yes. It's for 5 animated, I believe is what is there. Hi, Isla. Hello. Welcome in. Come get cozy. Good to see you. I think I think we can make plan. But basically, if nobody funds that for a while, it can stay up just the one. I'll kill off the rest of my throne probably. And just make sure that gets eventually happen, because otherwise that money doesn't happen. It's just like tossed away. So we can finish funding that. Maybe I will eventually, maybe other people will want to, and we will give 5 animated emotes to other somebodies. That is a what, where, what, when can happen thing. We will see. Ah! Smirsh. Smirsh. I think I want to do one of these as the earth. The image is actually like this, but I think I want to do these two, and then these two is this. Ooh. Whoa. Earth is Earth. What am I doing? My brain. My brain, it said no. I had to fight for a minute. Birdie. Yeah, this is gonna be the last 10. I'm getting too eepy. But unlike last night, we will actually raid out and say goodbyes and make plans, so there will be a little bit of chat shortly after. "40 cranes, 3.5 hours or so. I think that'll be pretty good. That'd be pretty good time. It's perfect for the schedule I have in my head. And I will make sure I make those schedules before I go get my foods, because I will maybe forget otherwise. You know me. Very distractible raven. Now this says it wants to be a nose more than other stuff, but I am determined to have the earth be the tail. So I'm gonna force it. Heh, too bad, so sad. Get tailed, earth. Ha. And then open up. Okay, so we have mostly just black space. This underside has a little bit of fun. The very edge of the sun. See the underside, red, and teeny tiny bit of earth atmosphere and such. I like that. Now a big old fiery gas ball, aka our heat source. Woohoo! Did we ever name that thing? I don't think we named that guy. Or you. I don't think they need names. They're just cute little guys. Folded my first crane in a long time just a few days ago. Yay! I can still do it from memory from folding so many in the past. Yay! I am honored. Folding cranes from memory. But now, the real trick is if you are gifted a square paper and if your hands just do that without you thinking. Remember, I start making one kind of origami. If it is starting the same way a crane is, my hand will just make a crane. I remind us of the crane jump scare clips. I love them so much. I have actively done that just hanging out. Where I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing, and here we are. Oops. This is happening. It's a crane now. It's a fun time. Surprise crane. Surprise! Great! Yeah. Perfect emote. Perfect. Yeah. It happens. You do. When you make as many as I have, I'm gonna say 3,000, certainly, at this point. My god. I think it's closer to 4. Because I did the one count, but then there was a bunch. And I estimated at about 1,000, and there's this one. But I've made even a few more, and I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if I am at closer to 4,000 than 3,000. But certainly 3,000. You should try making them as small as possible. Yes, it's a classic. I like a tiny crane, but then you lose it. And I used to have a tiny crane from someone. I think I've told this story that it was a sad ending. So I love that little crane, but it is unfortunately gone now. I only have my cranes, but they also made theirs a little bit different. I make them out of things like gum wrappers. Hey, that's why I use the tissue paper, because I make them out of weird stuff. That's also, that's a bit of a spoiler. I have a plan to make the 1,000 cranes and then one more crane out of something special, so that it's a silly, goofy thing. And it might be a solid plan for what to do with all of these cranes in the after, because I still need to come up with what to do with them. I thought about making gifting to different people, because the thing is, it's fun decoration, but I'm not sure where to give it to. I don't know. But I think about. I don't know. And however I do a thing with them, because you can like string them up. That traditionally you stack them without their beaks made, and you string them. But then they're fragile paper on a string. And if I gift it to somebody, I mean, nowadays they want it to be a bit more sturdy. So do I try and fortify them? And I don't really want to, because it's complicated, and I like that they're fragile. It makes it a little bit nicer, and if you really need to, you can just burn it all up. You don't need to keep it. I would prefer not, because we spend a lot of time on it, but whatever. It would make pretty colors. There's some very fun papers here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think I have plans. It's a thought. I'll tell you all about it when we get to the end. If you come up with other ideas, though, I think we had one where we gift them to, I think someone had said like a nursing home type move. I can see that. We can string them up. Find some place for that. Five more. Come on, hungry, sleepy raven. You can do this. You can stay awake. You can get food. Ah! At one point, I thought I might go much later than I realized I needed to not go so late. Because we did stay up pretty late last night. And eep. Eep, please? Maybe? So I think that is what is driving the early end. Sleepy raven time. But I'm going to have to make sure that I get the eep to make sure that I am up and ready to do afternoon stream, errand, and a later night stream for tomorrow. I think I can confidently say if we do... Yeah, okay. It should be fine to do 3 p.m. start for tomorrow. And then I'd probably end the first one at like 3. Yeah, gotta rest up. And then the second stream will probably be at like 8. These times make sense to my brain. Maybe it'll be 9, but maybe it'll be 8. But around in this ish, that. And we'll do more cranes. And people can redeem more nonsense. We'll reset the expressions. But I'll keep track of any subs or bits that all go into this. Because if there's a bunch of those, I'll try and do some extra stuffs that I don't want to say just yet. Because I'm not sure I will do them. And I don't want to tease you with them and then not do them. But probably we'll get most of our D20 rolls from the redeem. And I'm excited for that. Because you do not need to use money to have the fun with the marathon. I think that will be a good time. If someone did donate to the animated emotes, though, because we mentioned it, I will very happily count that towards stuff and give extra because that would be awesome. And yeah, it would just be 5 animated emotes for somebody else. Maybe we make one of them a little chibi raven so we can finally see what a chibi raven would look like. Ever just wish you were taller, wish you were baller, wish you had a cat with a bad hat. Hello, Bratty. Good to see you. Solid entrance. Welcome in. We've been making our cranes. We're gonna get to the end of our 1,000 by the time we get to the last stream. We had a great D&D stream last night. And if you missed the announcement at the end of that, and you don't have Discord to see that announcement in the announcements channel, then I have some news for you. But, yeah. We're doing good. I'm cranking out some cranes. I am gonna end after these cranes and a goodbye and prep for raiding out. But we got some time, and I will be back to Mountain tomorrow. Brain. I've now played 3 different D&D games this weekend. Yeah! Ah, the announcement. The announcement that was announced. That announcement. I don't know if you're saying it because you know or because you don't know. I literally can't tell. Most entirely. I hope your other sessions, Fet, were as fun and goofy as ours or more. Hope it was a good time. I don't know, I haven't touched Discord in months. Ah! Every time someone comes in and doesn't know, I don't know how to say things, and I start giant grinning out of pain. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the Cusco's poison, but I thought you were going to say the announcement specifically for Cusco. I was going to be like, what? I wouldn't know. Oh, I bet. Busy time. I hope it's going well. Well, my lovely Bratty. Yeah, I should do. I just don't know how to word it. I couldn't figure out how to word even in the Discord post. If you could if you could help me, that would be lovely. I don't know how to word. I think it's because my brain is on origami right now. I can't pull that off, and my brain was fried last night after end of D&D. So yeah. No. There is no pregnant announce. No. It is goodbye announcement. I'm sorry, Brady, but it is goodbye announcement. We are making sure that we are getting all of the cranes done because it was goodbye. Yeah. Big cry frog, yeah. Yeah. I can't stop it. My face is so mean to me right now. But we had a lovely D&D stream, as we announced. It was very nice. Bask was chatting, and I was like, on Flesh Life? Flesh Life? What? What I did say at the end of it was that I was not gonna get into details of things. But yeah, I am. If we have questions, I can talk, but I would not be doing details. Thank you for hug, Pet. Thank you. For me or for chat, whomst ever. Thank you for hug. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Hugging me specifically. I appreciate that. I've been hugged 56 times. I realized as I was thanking you for hug that I could also thank you for making that hug emote. Thank you for making. Support you. Aw, thank you. Yeah. Things, brain, face. Yep. Little nod. That's cute with the little ear wiggle, especially. Little ear wiggle. Because of the hat and the glasses, I'm like, is this supposed to be a detective cat? Is it? Little sleuth kitty. He's still hanging out in the Discord. Yes, this is one thing. I will be keeping the Discord up. I'll be chatting here and there, and something Very clearly it does. And something I am going to talk to folks about is I tried to tell the D&D players who some of are also streamers that I will be around to be called into collabs if is wanted, you know, and it's possibles. But I won't be streaming myself really. So that is the idea. I think I will be double checking. But the idea is that it'll just be like a very rare thing when I am back on Twitch. And I will be in the Discord checking in on stuff. Maybe not always super chatty because I've always been kind of a little bit less than the best at checking Discord. But I'll be popping in there. And I'll be keeping it open for sure for everybody to hang out. No, I won't delete the channel. Like I said, I'll probably be able to pop in here or there. If someone wants a collab, I can pop mine up. I mean, that's one way to make sure that the Frog emotes live on. But the goal is like, I don't want to make it about this, but I mean, like, one of the things that would bug me is if I left and there was, because I don't want to make it about this, and please, please do not misunderstand. I mean, it would bug me that there would be an uncompleted thing that would just be sitting there. With Twitch payouts, you can only get the payout if it's a certain amount, and so my plan is to like, I don't know when it'll be that amount that I can do that, but I'll get the payout, and then not have to touch it, and hopefully you guys don't give me any money ever again. But if I do streams, then it'll give me like a couple cents for ads or whatever. But then maybe I just turn off all my ads and then that doesn't happen. So then I don't have to worry about the bits and pieces popping up because I don't want to have to deal with it. It would bug me to have like the empty stuff. Just like I was saying with the extra money sitting in Throne for Chibi Raven emotes is going to have to go to somebody else's emotes so that they don't just get thrown away. Like, if the money just sits in Throne, it just gets thrown away. Ha ha ha. Where it doesn't get used. So I'm going to figure out how to make sure that happens. Imagine if something like that happens, I'm going to lose my mind. 10,000 is absolutely insane. I don't think that's been done. Has that been done? But if someone just shows up and gives a bunch of stuff, flashbacks to Death Noah gifting so many things at the start of streaming journey. I still love all of my tech. Oh my goodness. You still have a mind to lose. I have 2 brain cells that I do unfortunately share with some other goobers. Right now I am holding them, I think. Unless they have given me a dupe to be able to stream right now. But yeah, if something like that where I got a bunch of stuff happens, I don't know what I do. I would feel quite guilty in various ways, but I would hope it's just enough that money doesn't sit away, you know? I just don't want it, because that's stuff you guys have gifted me with your actual monies or with your time, with watching ads. I don't want it to just sit. That would be not cool. I don't know if even at the end of this little marathon we'll have enough money for the payout, but then maybe it sits, and eventually after a couple of random stream collabs, it will get to enough money and I'll pull it out. But I don't like it being unfinished. So yeah, I won't want to do much streaming because I don't want to encourage that. I don't want things to sit there. Feels weird. Feels very weird. Yeah. Well, with that was all of the stuff. I don't like talking about it, but I want to make sure that you guys understand I'm not asking for things, and I'm not, and even though we're doing like subs and bits, that's partially so I can just like tidy that up, but mostly because I like the idea of going back to the D20 roll thing that we've always done in our marathons. And I don't want to even call it a sub or don or whatever kind of a thon. This is literally just a crane marathon because it's not about that other stuff. It's just a fun thing to have, and I know that when I finally came back, when I did the D&D stream, that there would be inevitable people being happy to see me come back and do the resub, and I'd be like, no, it's a bit, you know, like, what do I do about that? So I was like, okay, well, now at least it can do something. And they got to participate with the, hey, here's a bane, here's a boon. And that was so fun. I was very glad that we got to use those. I needed them a couple times. Because they incapacitated my evil, my big bad villain. I won't say more. In the end, and I had to make sure that I can actually fight them. La Honk, hello, Goose. Welcome in. Good to see you again. We'll bring out Herbert. I'm gonna finish this crane, I think. Nah, I'll do Herbert first. La Honk gifted a couple of different things so that we got a boon and a bane from the goose. For some very fun shenanigans, and I very much appreciate it. You're very sweet. Even I should tell you about another one-shot D&D I played. Something very similar happened to the boss at the end. Really? Oh, I will have to hear. Okay, but here is Herbert. We misspelled his name earlier in a very fun way, as usual. Let's see how we misspell him now. There's always something stupid. I like things stupid. Herbert. I did one slightly on purpose. Oh, very close. Very close. That's almost what I did, Vet. This is very close. Okay. It is singing time. Herbert, singing time. Come here, sir. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I hit the mic, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be close to the mic, but then I fully hit it. I almost want to play this little guy, but his little ridges are not enough. That sounds very fun. Brady, I'm glad you got the invite. That sounds good. I hope it's going very well, both campaigns. One last crane for the night, but I will be chatty for a little bit before we leave. I'm not leaving quite yet. I'm not going to make any more crane. And we should decide where we raid. If anybody has any suggestions for what we do with all the cranes, I'll take them. If anybody wants to reminisce over stories, please go ahead and share those now, or when you come back, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. I do not care either way. Fet, do you have somebody in mind for either one? I know that Cage will be doing a collab. I don't know if we'll have started yet. That is a thought as well. But that is a game, and it is not art or ASMR. But that can be a backup. And also, if anybody, I saw the little Lahong with the redeem is not being chatty, but if you wanted to talk about D&D stream, I would love to promote that. You played Herbert with me, you did it! I'm gonna fight this goose. I'm gonna fight a goose. It's not gonna go well because it's a goose. But I was just saying, Honk, that you made me so sad when you came back in. You're like, what? Last night, because I was like, I can't handle it. I can't handle if Lahonk legitimately missed the announcement and came back in halfway. I I honestly started tearing up because of strictly that, and I was just losing it. So I love that bit. I I do because it enrages me in just the right way, but I cannot handle it right now. Not from you. No, 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 no. I'm gonna freak out. Don't tell me you're missing things again. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Ah! He back. He back. Let's look at that in the big. It's a chicken chef. I couldn't tell what it was besides chicken. It has a wooden spoon. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yes, we'll go back. You gonna make me cry, Goose. You specifically. No, Raven, you can hold on. You can do this. Alright. Last crane, and then Chatty. Did you enjoy the D&D stream, Lahonk? Did you actually miss the announcement? Because I've been wanting anybody to give me feedback on what they thought of how I did the announcement. Because it was incorporated into game, and I thought I wrote a beautiful bit. But no, not many people were there to talk about it, so I did not hear feedback except from my players who were already kind of expecting it. I knew I'd be getting messages like this eventually too. I was expecting it to really hit in the last stream. Thank you, Brady. I appreciate that. I'm gonna drop some more heart frowns in a minute. Get ready for a bunch of those. I know. This is part of why my body's like, every time you think about it, you're not allowed to have feelings. You just have to have a weird smirk. Because the real feelings are gonna be coming. Thank you. I am very glad the people that found me, and I am very glad that I found y'all. And now we got to do all the fun bits we did. I'm contemplating, because I found, while I was grabbing stuff to organize for different things as we get our last one, I might do a few more of the 2-minute mysteries, because there's not a ton of those left, and they're pretty speedy. But I don't think I'm gonna read anything else. And I'm like, that's what the channel's named. I think I have to end with a read, so I think we're gonna have to do those little things. Maybe I'll reread some other favorites. It depends on how much time I end up having. If we can make the cranes fast enough, then maybe we'll have time for that final stream to have some reads. I think that would be good. Yeah, Goose. The announcement you missed because you left with the sound bits and stuff, which was such a fun bit, and I don't blame you because we were running late, is that it is a goodbye. I'm going to be finishing my 1,000 cranes, and it looks like my schedule with the rate of craning I am pulling off will be Wednesday, December 3rd. Oh, yeah, Fet now has a copy paste to do. I will be leaving streaming, yeah. You can watch the VOD. Specifically, I'm going to put it up on YouTube as the epilogue, and I will direct people to that link as well for my goodbye, because that did the proper goodbye, everybody's moment. But yeah. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna cry that Lahonk missed it. I was like, Lahonk was here. It was perfect. No, it hurt because I was like, I think you would have enjoyed that, and you're one of those regulars. You were in the other D&D. I mean, Bratty, it would have been nice for you as well, and other regulars. But you know, it was that the hunk was there, and then the hunk was gone. That I was like, oh, it hurt. Oh, it hurt. But yeah, okay, we're gonna update the crane count. We are at 880 cranes. But really, we're at 1,000 now because I have 20. No, 1,000. 900 now because I have 20 that are in a different baggie. These guys. From a different set. I didn't like that they were so different from the rest of them, so they're gonna be their own. And the rest of that 100 also has the stuff. So yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I saw a streamer retire, I'd have enough nickels to forge a sword. And I named that sword the Sword of Sorrows and Memories. With the ellipses at the end. Oh. Poetry. Poetry. Okay. 80 crates. And this is the last one. I was actually telling Fett this. I don't want to go into details, but it's interesting when people call it a retirement or a when people call it a graduation. I didn't really like it because it was like moving up, and that I actually did think of it as more of a forced retirement. And so I'm glad you refer to it as retire, because that's how it feels more like to me. Because I do love this, but it's not gonna be able to thing. So I'm gonna do what I can right here this week and do lots, and then that'll be our goodbyes. Yeah. Alright. Who are you suggesting for raid? Fett. Why was I gonna say cage? My brain. I don't just totally interchange my minds. What is that little thing? It's a froggy. For some reason, his little feet look like flippers. I like saying retirement because I imagine the streamers becoming grandparents or something, and all of them in a huge streamer asylum for elders. You know, asylum means that we're insane, right? I guess that's probably fitting, but Marco's doing some emote art right now. Ooh, I'm gonna eat the frog. No, you're not gonna eat a frog. That's one bit that you missed. It's a spoiler for the D&D session. The streamer equivalent of talking to a frog. Oof! Ow! Yeah. One of the things we did, the honk, was that for a brief time, the frogs were in fact just frogs. And then instead it became frogs again. I won't explain why or how. Anyway, term graduation came from idol culture, which, yeah, even in that context is weird, but it's typically when the idol grows out of their group, either by age or other means. Yeah, and when they grow out and they announce like that, it's usually you're graduating to solo career kind of a thing, right? Honestly, call it what you wanted, and it's the same. Hugs, cheers, what we miss, but you do what you need to do for you. Thank you, Cage. Thank you very much. What a soft, sweet note while we just look at this fucked up little frog thing in the corner. Oh, okay. I guess that's my channel in a good nutshell. Then I guess we're gonna stream to Arcleys. Did I mix up letters? No, that does look right. Can we have a Remember Me from Coco as your outro for the last stream? Huh. I think I would choose a different Remember Me. But I gotta double check things. And also, I don't know how to do that yet. But I guess maybe I have homework. Only have been lurking, but wanted to reach out to you. Oh, thank you, Mask. And hey, don't make me bonk you, bird. Don't call him that. They were a tabaxi last night. Wasn't even a bird. Alright, we're gonna do our end stream. I'm tired of homework. That's too damn bad. That's allowed, but we restricted goose. It is what happened. I need to unrestrict goose because I should allow it. I'll allow it. There you go. I need to go to ending soon, and we need to prep our stuffs. Here we go. The rain has died away. I don't know why I didn't have rain in here, but I guess this is where I would put the song then. Can we call it something like side mission? Call what side mission? I don't know. Am I leaving? We could call it a side mission. I think that's fun. Cause that's how I explained it in the homework. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I guess so. It's side mission too. I have a side mission to collect a song for the end. But right now, we're raiding. We're gonna raid. Yeah, that's what we're doing. If I can find the buttons, my brain. It's been a minute, okay? Make sure you copy your raid messages. We need to do Arkley. I found Arkley. We're going to be raiding into Arkley, who is doing a long AF stream today, as they say, with emote arts. And I see the cute emotes they're making, very, very cute stuffs. Right now, it is a bit sus. We are currently working on something a tiny bit sus. It's great. I should be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, to do my first stream, and then I'll have a short break, and then I'll come back for the second stream. We'll just be making more cranes. I'll do a short afternoon stream on Tuesday, probably, almost definitely, and then a long stream on Wednesday where we do all of the last bits and pieces that I want to do, which will, take a little bit longer. But, okay, I hope you have your raid messages ready. I'm dropping my frog message. If you don't have the emotes, use the other one. Let's go ahead and raid out. Whatever time zone, happy time zone, everybody. Good eeps. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.